to Evening News. I'm Azka Ismail. In tonight's top stories, President Abdullah Yamin says that the government will work hard to obtain assistance from the Chinese government for the Hurmale Bridge project during his visit to the country. President Abdullah Yamin says that the government will exercise fairness in upholding its policies regarding development projects. And Islamic Minister Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Said has advised the public not to stage protests and gatherings near hotels and tourist locations around the country. President Abdullah Yamin says that the government will work hard to obtain assistance from the Chinese government for the Hurmale Bridge project and that the project is the key aim of his visit to China this time. Speaking to the press before departing to China last night to attend the Summer Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, President Yamin said that during the visit he will hold discussions with the Chinese governments on various developmental projects in Maldives and to work to obtain assistance for these projects. He said that the government has told the Chinese government on its request that the most important projects at the moment are Youth City and Hurmale Bridge project. President Yamin expressed hope that the Chinese government would offer major assistance to the project. He said that awarding the bridge project was delayed to see if the government could obtain free assistance from China. President Yamin added that discussions will also be held with major Chinese companies regarding projects such as I-Haven, airport development and other such landmark ventures. President Abdullah Yamin says that the government will exercise fairness in upholding its policies and that if agreements are not being obeyed, islands designated for development will be taken back from the contractors regardless of their power or influence.
Speaking to the press before departing on an official visit to China to attend the Youth Olympic Games in Nanjing, President Abdullah Yamin said that if development projects in islands are not being carried out as agreed, the islands will be taken back regardless of who the contractor is. He said that this is not specific to a particular individual. President Yamin said that the government revoked the lease of Baristu in Lama Atoll given to Qasim Ibrahim's Villa Shipping Company due to the company not having done anything to develop the island. He said that the agreement with Villa Air to develop Kardeddu Airport had to be nullified due to similar reasons, and that the company's owners would be well aware of it. Speaking further on the issue, President Yamin said that such decisions are not an obstacle to trade in the country and that doing nothing to develop the islands is what obstructs trade and economic development. Responding to opposition JP and MDP's claims regarding the government-sponsored Special Economic Zones bill, President Yamin said that both parties have still not pointed out any potholes in the bill and that the government has already explained the benefits of the bill to the Parliament's Economic Affairs Committee. President Yamin said that critics are opposing the bill to prevent the country from enjoying its potential benefits.
Islamic Minister Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Said has advised the public not to stage protests and gatherings near hotels and tourist locations around the country as such acts are against Islamic policies. Of pro-Palestinian Maldives are holding protests near hotels, calling on the government to ban Israeli tourists from entering into the Maldives. Speaking on the issue, Dr. Shahim said that acts such as gathering and protesting near hotels using loud megaphones will undermine the respect Maldivians have towards tourists visiting their country. He said that tourists who enter the country after obtaining proper visas and documents must be guaranteed due protection as required by the law. The Islamic Ministry noted that many Islamic nations have commended that Maldives is a great example in expressing solidarity with the Palestinian people. The government has decided to build a mosque that reflects the country's independence and unique Islamic character as the Maldives completes 50 years of independence next year.
Addressing a press conference held by the Government Social Council on Thursday, Islamic Minister Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Said said that the mosque being built to mark 50 years of independence will be a unique and beautiful construction never seen before in the country. Minister Shahim said that the mosque planned for construction in Hurmale will reflect the architectural style of Turkish mosques and that discussions are underway with Turkey's Islamic Council on the project. He said that the mosque will not only reflect the independence and the Islamic character of Maldives, but also serve as a symbol of President Yamin's administration. In addition, Mr. Shaheen said that work to repair the country's ancient mosques will be carried out in association with the Indian Embassy, and that discussions are underway regarding ancient mosques in 5 islands of the country. At the press conference, Education Minister Dr. Aishat Shiham said that under the government's policy to educate each and every student, educational opportunities are being provided to all without discrimination. She said that new streams have been introduced and vocational education is also being provided. At the press conference, Attorney General Mohammed Anil said that the AG's office has submitted 48 bills to the ongoing 18th Parliament and that work is underway to submit 5 more bills this year. Noting that the AG's office is carrying out work related to GMR's arbitration issue, Anil said that while the first phase of the case was over, the second phase has not yet begun due to GMR not having had some important paperwork required for it.
Attorney General Muhammad Anil, who is heading the Law and Gender Ministry, says that the Special Care Center in Kaf Kuraidu lacks important facilities required for patient recovery and rehabilitation. At a press conference held by the Government Social Council yesterday, Anil said that the care center now serves patients with mental disorders, disabilities, or elderly. He, however, said that the services provided at the center are not effective enough to ensure patient recovery and rehabilitation. Anil said that the center merely serves as a place to eat, sleep and rest for the patients. He said that surveys will be conducted this week to determine how patients with disabilities and disorders at the center may be treated in association with Pakistani professors who will report to the ministry on what can be done to improve the center's condition. Arnold said that the government is carrying out numerous efforts to improve and expand the range of services provided at the facility. The election to appoint a lower court judge to the Judicial Service Commission is to be held on 25th August. The election will be held from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on 25th August 2014. The 4 individuals who applied to contest the election are Senior Magistrate at Faf Magudu Court, Abdul Sattar Suleiman, Drug Court Judge Zubair Muhammad, Drug Court Judge Muhammad Isa, and Civil Court Judge Ali Nasir. Opposition MDP has slammed the government-sponsored special economic zone bills, once again claiming that the bill undermines the power of the people. Speaking at a rally held at the party's Harge last night, member of the Economic Affairs Committee reviewing the bill and Galar North MP Eva Abdullah said that while economic zones are set by an appointed board as per the bill, many important powers have been granted to the board. Eva said that this is an issue of concern since the parliament has no say in appointing members to the board and the board wields the power to establish and alter the zones. Eva said since the parliament has no control over who gets appointed to the board, the bill can be said to effectively undermine the power of the people. Opposition leader Muhammad Nasheed has also criticized the bill on previous occasions. While opposition JP has also slammed the bill, MPs of the party had described the bill as being important and useful to the country's economy on the day it was submitted to Parliament. Two Maldives Maldivian fishermen have departed the United States to take part in a training program in Seattle. The two young fishermen are Shaudan Musa from Ramido and Abdullah Yaman from Lamgan. They are visiting the US to obtain further training experience after completing the first round of training in the Maldives conducted by Maldives Fishermen Association. Fisheries Minister Dr. Muhammad Shaini had met and congratulated the two fishermen prior to their departure last night. Speaking to the fishermen, Dr. Shaini said that the aim of these programs is to exchange information and requested them to document all information they learned during the trip while exercising good conduct and discipline at all times. The participants will be in Seattle from 15th August to 15th September, where they will take part in 2 fishing trips and learn how pole and line fishing is done in the US, along with hands-on experience on other fishing activities. This concludes the news for tonight. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.